Good morning, traders. Welcome back to the Chart Whisperer. Today is Monday. We're just about to get into London session. So please do me a favor, hit the like button there, subscribe, and follow with me for today's analysis. Starting with the Dow Jones, we've had two levels of rise. Today being Monday, can't really say for sure if I'll get a trade, but for now, what we know is that I've had two levels of rise, and I expect them to give us one more level of rise over there. Nasdaq gave us two levels of drop before consolidating for a period, and then they gave us a nice level of rise there. So I expect them to continue for another two levels of drop. Maybe they'll come down here first before continue going up, but I expect them to go there for the uptrend. And when we look at the H4, it makes complete sense because we had one level of drop and then a little bit of consolidation. So they could go up there. They could bring it down a little bit, maybe for another, grab some more orders down here. But I think if we look at the 1 hour, I'm pretty sure we're going to go for another two levels of rise there. Pound dollar has given us, let's see, 1, 2, 3 levels of drop. When we look at the H4, they've given us two levels of drop. So maybe to make sense of the 4 hour, maybe they'll pull back here before reversing again to complete their third level of drop. But when we look at the 1 hour for this week, which is more relevant today even, since they've given us our three levels of drop there, pretty clear cycle, I expect them to come complete the anchor. This should be the first leg, or could be the first leg of our peak formation low. I expect them to come back down there, or this could even be the peak formation itself, sorry. So I expect Dow Jones to basically reverse from here, or even come back down here first, but I expect them to have an upward trajectory for at least a day or two. Euro USD, just about the same thing. They gave us our clear three levels of drop. So I expect them to reverse. It could be off of here. They could give us another second leg to confirm our anchor / peak formation low. But what we expect them to do is definitely go up throughout the course of this week. Maybe starting from today, it could even be tomorrow. Unless this, of course, is another reset and then we start another downtrend. But for now, from what we know now, especially because it's Monday, I expect an uptrend from here. AUD USD did their first level of rise and then they consolidated for 1, 2, 3, almost 4 days. They consolidated for about 4 days before from yesterday's open. They gave us another level of rise, so I expect them to give us one more level of rise from where they are right now. USD CAD, on the other hand, has given us two levels of drop and then they consolidated and they gave us basically level 3 behavior all over here, but they've given us just the two levels of drop and then they've been consolidating. So I expect them to give us, this doesn't necessarily count as another level of drop for me because it's still so close to this price point here. So I expect them to give us one more level of drop there, unless this is a new P formation / area of liquidity where they're gonna trap from here and then rise, but it's not likely just based on the level count. And let's just go to the 4 hour for a little bit of perspective. Yep, definitely expect them to continue with the downtrend. So when we go to the 1 hour, I definitely think they will give us one more level of drop there before reversing if they do. Dollar Swiss franc is a little bit different. It's not following any coloration rules, not at least in my books. So I expect them to give us one more level of rise here. They've given us two levels of rise with a nice clear consolidation here and there. So I expect them to maybe do a little stop hunt or even from here, give us a nice level of rise. S&P 500 has also given us two clear levels of rise following with Nasdaq and the Dow Jones. I expect them to give us one more level of rise in terms of the 1 hour. But when we look at the H4, we know we can always bet on the American economy. And just from that perspective alone, it looks like they give us a nice peak formation low here on the higher time frame. So we can expect them to give us 2-3 levels of rise from the 4 hour. So it's going to be quite a while, quite a number of pips, and extend quite a long move there that we can get. And when we come back to 1 hour, like I said, I expect one more level of rise from here. And let's just move on to the 15 minutes to see where our trading zone sets up today, where we could have our trading position, starting with the Dow Jones pretty simple. Like I said, because I expect them to give us another level of rise. Ideally, this is the kind of move we want a stop hunt low there to last week's high, especially since they broke it there, last week's high, and then continue with the rise there. Nasdaq, similar, almost the exact same. In fact, I expect them to continue with their rise, give us a nice top hunt here at last week's high, and then go up from there. That would be ideal. This is last week's high, not the low, right? Yes, last week's high. The Dow Jones, like I said, I'm expecting them to rise, but I don't have a clear point of interest there. So I'm just gonna stay out, but definitely expect them to maybe come down here, maybe in this region, or maybe even from the initial low of the day. I don't think they'll go all the way down there. If they do, that will be the move for the day, and it could even be signaling that the beginning of another downtrend. But apart from that, assuming that doesn't happen, I think they're just gonna rise from here for another level or two. Let's look at the higher time frame just to make sure. Dow Jones is still on a downtrend, so they could very well come all the way down here and continue the downtrend. But like I said, we won't be looking at any positions there today, just monitoring price so that I know where I am in the cycle. Euro USD, just about the same thing, really, because we've had our 3 levels of rise. There isn't a point of interest for us to buy from. I'm not looking for any short positions here, even though the high time frame does say that we're still in a downtrend. Okay, we are in level 3 on the 4 hour. On the daily, we are in level 2 drop, so they could very well continue the downtrend, honestly speaking, but there isn't a point of interest for that. So I won't be looking for any trades here. AUD USD seems to be in an upward trajectory for sure. Nothing in terms of a point of interest. Let's look at last week's maybe. Yeah, no point of interest to buy from here. We'll just monitor price so that we know we are on the cycle, but we won't be taking any trades there. USD CAD is just about the same thing. Yeah, look, Monday doesn't usually have a lot of trades for me. This is quite common. With BTMM, really not just my trading style or my entry criteria. There just really isn't much trades that come on a Monday. It's quite normal, especially because we know that Monday is the trap, call it the consolidation for the week, the Asian session type of thing for the week. So it's very common to not get any trading positions. But from a direction point of view, if you have a entry setup that could work for you here, I would personally be shorting USD CAD. I expect them to continue with the downtrend, give us one more level. Let's look at the higher time frame. Higher time frame does suggest that we're now in a downtrend as well. Just to have a glance at the, see, 1, 2, could be in level 3, in fact, of the daily chart as well. So yeah, it looks like we're definitely in a downtrend here, even though I won't have any trading opportunities. Dollar Swiss franc, like I said, I'm looking to go long on this. Let's see. We don't have any point of interest that can work for us. Oh, no. Yeah, yesterday's low, well, Friday's low is right there by the ADR low. So definitely, that's not even Friday's low, actually. It's Thursday's low. Right there by the ADR, so we can't really do anything about that. We'll just monitor price and see how they behave, but there isn't any trades to be taken there. Maybe tomorrow. And finally, S&P 500 looks like we can take a long position from last week's high. Hopefully they get there and give us a nice little trap move there, a nice reversal pattern, and then we can take a long from there. We'll just be monitoring. Again, most likely to be during New York session, just like the other indices. So yeah, it looks like today is a New York session kind of day. And that wraps up today's analysis video. So please click the link in the description, guys. Join us in the Telegram channel. Let's discuss setups. I'm updating, like I said, as price gets to my point of interest. So we'll see how things go from there. So just follow on with us. Hit the like button there. Please follow us as well on socials at the Chart Whisperer, and we'll be giving a little bit more value there. Yeah, we'll just be looking at in the New York session for any trade opportunities, basically in the indices. And that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one.